right there, AP Latin. On the seventh day, we're in book 543 now. On the seventh day of the attack, 7 days now, and in 3 hours they built all that. The largest, the greatest wind rose up. The Nervi, began to throw burning acorn balls. So, in other words, little slingshots that are burning, of molten clay and heated missiles into the huts, into our huts, which, according to Gallic custom, we had woven with straw. The huts quickly caught fire, and the winds, with their strength, spread the fire to every location of the camp. So now there's fire. It feels like I'm reading about this summer. But the bravery of the Roman soldiers was so great, and their presence of mind was so great, or was such that when they were being burned on all sides by flame, and they were being overwhelmed by the largest numbers of darts, and they knew that all their equipment and all their personal belongings, all their fortunes, were burning. Not only did no one depart from the rampart in order to leave the fight, but almost not even anyone was looking back. And all of our men were fighting on, bravely and bitterly. So a little bit of a contrast between what we saw with Sabinus and Cotta. This day was by far the most damaging to our men, but nevertheless, it had the result that on that day, the greatest number of enemies had been wounded and killed. When they had crowded themselves together, and the ones in the back were not giving space to those in the front to retreat, so everybody mobbed up to the wall. Okay. The flame had died down a little, and the tower had been driven to the wall and was touching the rampart. The centurions of the third cohort, from that spot where they were standing, they retreated. Okay, and they got all of their men removed. And with a nod and with their voices, they began to call out the enemy, and then shouting, if the enemy wished to enter. No one of the enemy, dared to go forward. Then they, the enemy, were thrust back by stones hurled from all sides. And then the tower was set on fire. So, like the exact opposite of what happened, right, to Sabinus and Cotta. So this time, the enemy bounces up there, and now they're all mobbed up right down there. And the Romans scatter from that spot and shout, "Come on, let's go, what are you waiting for?" And none of them move, and then they start throwing things at them. And then they set the thing on fire, which is going to burn a lot of them. All right? Some pretty cool stuff going on. I'm going to hit the button.